Yes, blessed. Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Getting close to the boom, boom, baby. This one wants that energy this morning. And who doesn't, man? We're getting up early, per usual, to get odds. We got it going this morning. Michelle, I love you. Uh, and this morning, we learned not yours.
I see it when it's back on.
I know, and it just wants to kick me off, fuck up my flow. But I won't let it. I won't let the rain fuck up my flow. I won't let the negativity fuck up my flow. And for sure, I won't absorb something that wants to fuck with the flow. And it's one of the biggest hacks of my life. I was watching it. Was it John Cena? Or so no, it was Stipe Miocic. He's having a fight this weekend, and Stipe was like, I don't care. Everybody has an opinion. I just don't care. I can't put my care around your opinion. And then the next person, and then the next person, everybody switches. And he's so right, because like before you leave your realm of your mind and your thoughts and what you believe, right? You'll go into someone else's belief system, and then you'll realize that it switches so fast. It's like 1 minute they're believing that you're their best friend, and then the next minute they're hating you like an enemy. And that's what ends up happening. You go from high highs and low lows, and you have to swing on emotional roller coasters with people you don't even know. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be like that anymore. You know?
Feels like worms.
I just don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want anybody tripping me up. I want people to know how they walk. I don't want anybody coughing on the live. I don't want anybody fucking trying to send me nasty emails. And all of it happens all the time around me. And I'm just like, well, if other people aren't observant, right, I don't have to absorb them. Let me say it again. If other people aren't observant, I don't have to absorb them. And there's a lot of people that aren't observant. They're not observant of their heart rate, their breathing exercises, who they are, or what they are about. Boom, baby, boom. It's right in front of us all. We all get rained on equally, but not all of us are putting on the same equal energy. And that's when I was just like, okay, well, if I put energy into you, it better flow back to me. Otherwise, I'm not putting energy into you. And this is the same reasonable psychological response to everyone else. It's like, well, how much money is it in there for me? And I watched it this morning when 50 Cent was like, did you just hear how much money they said, Eminem? And Eminem was like, yeah, but if I do that tour, by the time I'll get back, Haley will be grown. And he's so right. You know what I mean? Not that someone's gonna hold it for me. Thank you. But he's right. He's so right. She was going to be grown by the time the tour was done, and he would have missed the wedding, and he would have missed her growing up for that amount of monies, but he would have missed it. And that's what ends up happening to people in their lives. They end up missing their lives because they, ooh, this is, yeah, huh? It is all oil. Looks cool. Pretty bad for the environment. Come here, Michelle. Get high. Yeah, but he's right. You know, a lot of people will give a lot of their time to situations. So that they'll cash in their whole life for a paycheck, and the other person's living freely. You have to know this. The person that owns your job or owns your company or owns your life, you are on the opposite end where you're always digging the cave. They're over in Mallorca. They're over in Ibiza. They're on vacation, bro. And you're over there slaving away, giving away the only thing that you got the most of, and that's your time. And it's such a important thing to wrap your mind around time and say, hey, you know, what am I doing with my time? What am I doing with my life? Am I exposing myself to the right experiences? Am I rising to the occasions, or am I literally absorbing all the negativity on the news and all that the negative things that the people believe in me, or all the other ways that you could spin it? Because you can spin it. When we were out there selling cars, It's one of my favorite. I love how the green, yellow, orange. Oh, when we were selling cars, the homie would come out and be like, "Oh man, it's so hot, bro. I'm going inside, man. I'm gonna go get a drink. You want one?" And then you would be like, "Yeah, I want to go get one." And then you go in to get a drink, and he go gets the up, and the next person that pulls into the parking lot is his next customer. So it's a whole teeter-totter seesaw effect of, do I sit? I love this little leaf just landed. It's so cool. Do I sit in my own shit and just reflect on the feelings that I have, and do I sit there and go, where did those feelings come from? Why am I absorbing this energy? Why am I acting this way? And it turns out a lot of it has to do with the fuck out. She likes to be a drama queen. She likes to be too much energy. And right now she's trying to do that to me this morning. And I was like, you know what? I don't have to read that email. I don't have to live in my mom's confused head and get all more abused from my mother at 44 years old. It's enough already. And sure, she would love to get the energy out of her and spill it upon me. And you know people that are like that. You know people that like to spill energy and tiptoe over and make things worse for other people. We all know those people. Go ahead, dude, go around. There's no sidewalk over here, homie. And they'll be the people that they get off on that drug. I'll call drama a drug because it's such a drug to get you like, did you see Mike Tyson's gonna fight Jake Paul? Did you see what that girl who she got pregnant with this morning? Did you see? And I'm like, did you watch yourself? Who are you pregnant by, right? Like, I mean, seriously, if it's so easy to focus on someone else, why do we leave our brains so quickly to go focus on someone else? It's because we don't like our lives. If we loved our lives, we would be completely obsessed with it, running like our hair is on fire towards every goal. But what do? We get bored. Why does this person want to take a left when we're walking? I love people. I really do. They act so special all the time. But you got to ask yourself, why would I give special attention to someone that's not special to me? There are people that will constantly be off rhythm, off rhyme, not fucking doing anything on time, leaving their trash everywhere. What's up, brother? Good morning. You know, and they're like that. The dirt mercs of the groups, the people that want to take a left when they should have took a right. I remember the other day we were taking we let some lady come in front of us. She got in front of us, and then she parked her car right next, like down the block. Like she knew she was going to reverse into her spot, but she got in front of us and slowed us down. And we're like, wait a minute, I just gave you a spot to go ahead of us. Plastic pocket challenge. And that will be that, you know, that will be that fucking style where motherfuckers, I got to put trash away. I ain't carrying the trash. It ain't my job. And I love that's the car, the mobster car. Yeah. So it's like that. What in the Goodfellas is going on over here?
That's crazy.
Somebody got murdered in that car, I'm full believing. But yeah, if you're not in it to win it for yourself, there are other people that will gladly take your space in your mind and fuck with you and spin it up, and they'll love to have that attention too. It's part of attention. It's like, you're focusing on what I'm focusing on. You care what I care about. You wanna join my posse and go to the jail cell and hang them? You know, that's what a posse does. That's what a gang does. But like I've been learning in the book, the purple cow, he's right. He's like, gangs don't create, they destroy. Mobs are uncontrolled gangs. A business is a controlled gang. That's all these people showing up ready to fucking work at the same time. And I was just like, whoo, mind blown. Jesus, they tore that shit up. There's your boy, slippery. Whoa, told you it was slippery. Getting off of it, getting off this sidewalk, like I've said multiple times. That sidewalk's gonna kill me, and I know it. But you know, and not for nothing, there'll be people that they'll get into the cauldron with you, the pot with you, and start stirring the pot. That's why it's called a pot stir, because there are a lot of people that will stir the pot and get you all frazzled up. And then I get off the phone with these people. I would have lost a half hour, or even maybe 2-3 hours of my time, and then nothing's changed. You know, I've absorbed everything, but I haven't reflected on anything. I haven't reflected on anything of myself. I didn't want to go on that roller coaster ride, right? You choose all the roller coaster rides that you do with your life, but then you're on the ride and you can't get off of it. And you're like, what the fuck happened? Well, you said yes to a ride you didn't even know you were saying yes to. You were absorbing something you didn't even know was coming. And this is something really cool, and I'll give you this nugget of gold because it's true. I know, it's so beautiful. I want us to go up there and pee real quick. Get up the stairs and pee real quick. But what was I trying to tell you about? There was something cool that was happening. I was trying to tell you something. I just lost my train of thought. Like, about absorption. You know, I for one, I know for me in Saints Addiction and my obsessions, you know, my OCDs were to obsess about anything other than what I was fixated on. That would show me that I had control over my own faculties instead of emotions being awry and all over the place. I could show myself that, you know, I could choose my own thoughts. I think that would be the hugest things to do in life, is to be able to choose your thoughts and not be swayed by, oh, this just came online and now 1.2 seconds later I'm worried about world news, and then another 1.2 seconds I'm worried about something I didn't even know was coming into my brain. And all these things start to stack on your brain before you even get to concentrate. And then you're just like, no wonder why I'm all discombobulated. I wasn't focused. And that's why we have these conversations, you know? You want to get focused. You want to get your focus face on and go, is this thing serving me? You know, is it worth it? And that's what my psychologist would tell me. It's like, Mark, was that argument worth it? What were you trying to prove? And it's like, I'm outwardly showing everybody what I'm trying to prove. And that's what I did yesterday. I was like, now you don't have to do that anymore. My shirt sounds so loudly, I don't even have to say anything. I'm the brightest hoodie anywhere I go. And I looked around for years and watched people, that's a broken step. I watched people for years go around, I'm gonna go over there, and stir themselves up. I know, that's the path. Let me get over there, but I don't wanna. Holy shit, what's on my shoe? We'll get there. We'll get there. Surely we will get there. If you walk faster. Some people want to walk slow through the rain. I'm not that kind of person. I'm like, the faster I get it done, the faster you rip it off. Band-Aid. Like, it don't hurt no more. But some people, they love the pain. They're masochists. They want to keep feeling something, so they hurt themselves over and over just to feel anything at all. And I'm of the belief that I don't want to hurt myself or anybody ever again. And that's where we're at with this. You know, I want to win my mind, my soul, and my spirit because it deserves it. I don't deserve to live with abuse. I don't deserve to live with someone's negativity. I don't deserve somebody to bring my energy down. And I was like, oh, that's because I was absorbing them. You know, like I was thinking it was important to hear them or be a part of their problem. And I'm like, no, hell no, bro. Like, you're on fire. I watch Michelle do it all the time, stir herself up. I watch new people at my life come around and be like, this is the fire that we're starting. And I'm like, I don't want to be around twisted fire starters. I don't want to be around people that can't pick up their plastic pocket challenge, too lazy to go from 10 yards away from here, 1, 2, to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, less than 10 yards away. Plastic pocket challenge, bro. But it's application, it's aptitude, it's attitude, it's all those things. And the one attitude I didn't want to have was someone else's attitude. I didn't want to wear it anymore. It's Saints Addiction time. Let's talk about the switch. Thanks for sticking in. So the biggest switch in my life was not being absorbed by people anymore. I just didn't want to. I saw me being a headache, and I'm like, okay, I got to stop being a headache. I got to stop being manic. I got to stop being the twisted problem creator, you know, like they call it twisted fire starter. I didn't want to be a fire starter anymore. I wanted to be a creator. And to create means I got to take the energy that comes into me, stuff it down, make it manageable, make it fire, and then like light it, ignite it, and it makes me ignited instead of getting mad at it. Because anger is like nitrous oxide. Let's bless up to that. Anger is like nitrous oxide. It don't last that long. It'll get you down quarter mile, but it's not a marathon drug. You don't want nitrous oxide always in your engine, always firing you up. We all know those people that the only time they get excited is when the drama matches their buzz. It's a buzz, bro. You actually get off on the sauce. You're just like, whoo. And you might not know it because like dopamine's so secretive and oxytocin's so secretive, and so are all the hormones that are in our bodies. You're like, oh shit, I'm PMSing. I didn't even notice, says your hormones. And then like you're like, there's so many things dictating our energy, our vibe, and the way we process it before we even notice it. And that's why we're having this conversation. What's up? It's tough. It's probably the toughest thing I've ever done in my life, to see a situation and go, okay, I don't take it personally, right? It isn't something that is only happening to me, much like the rain going on right now. I'm not the only one that getting rained on, you know? I'm not the only one with problems. I call them challenges. And in that switch, now all of a sudden it's an obstacle course instead of a drama course. It's not this thing that leads with wham, 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 you got to take care of it. I realized that I didn't have to do all that I could detach myself from it, that I could walk away and not entangle my antlers. Have you ever seen two deer stuck with their antlers together? I've seen one stuck with the dead head of an antler of the other one. The other one had died from starvation and was still stuck to him. It was just a head. So his head was drugged down because his antlers were still stuck to the other dead one. I've seen it happen time and time again. And that's what we look like. We look like we're stuck to a dead subject. We're arguing with a dead head. Literally, we can't wait to make a stink out of everything, and then it just goes away. It Google Trends, and then it's suspicious. It disappears, and then what were you worried about? Well, Hurricane Katrina lasted a long time, but it came off. The war in the Ukraine, it came off. Everything has a drop off, but that rise, when it starts to get popular, a Hawk Tuohy or something, we get buzzy off of it. We'll be like, ooh, what's everybody else watching? We need to watch it too. And in that, mass people leave their consciousness and go into the social media world, or the what do you call it, public television, or cable television. You're getting prescribed what to watch. Now you're watching outside of your vision, your range of motion, and your eyes, and your life, and your experience, your body, your soul. And now you're on some, I want to watch somebody else. But Joe was laughing, oh no, not lumberyard again. I like watching the guys cut the trees. But I also know, while I watch the pimple popping and the trees cutting and all the other bullshit, someone else building a house, I'm not building that house. I'm not concentrating on myself. It's me to leave my mind. And like one of the girls said, that's why she likes reading fiction. She's like, I'm a doctor, Mark. Every day I got to worry about somebody else. I love reading me some fiction so I could just leave my mind and go somewhere else and live in a different realm. And I said, bet, that's fair. That's entertainment. And then I asked myself, well, most Americans are spending over 60% of their income towards entertainment. How important is it for you to be entertained? Are you not entertained? Right? Are you not entertained enough to fucking live in your own mind and calm that down? Without a drug, without a purchase, without an outlet, what do you do when you're just sitting there? And this is what ends up happening with a lot of men that have to learn about their temper and learn about their sobriety. And this is happening. My brand is a sobriety brand. My friend's getting off of heroin in jail. Most people don't want to get off the sauce in jail. Jails is not the exact best rehab in the world. And you're gonna find out one day when you're sitting still. And then you got all that stillness to sit there and go, why do I act this way? Why do I keep going to these same functions? Why do I keep
these same friends, what am I doing to absorb this lifestyle? And you see it then. You see yourself dressing like your friends. That happens all the fucking time. You'll see yourself laughing at the same jokes, voting the same way, all the same things because we breed comfort. Of course, we want to be around the monkeys that think we're the funniest, but God forbid you go to a different comedy hour and you got to be funny to them. Observe another pattern. Observe yourself in your breathing. Watch what you do. What stress hits you. Are you the kind of person that eats? It's a lot of us. I would probably say 65% of us. We emotionally eat and we don't even know it. Do you? What's the other one they call that? They call that. Oh man, when you purchase something and they call it. No, when you purchase something and you. Oh man, it just left my head when um, you try to cover up what's inside and you're purchasing something, they call it retail therapy. And then there's retail therapy then. So if we didn't get it from the food, well, odds are you probably went and got food after you went and purchased something. And then you go into the house and you realize the house is empty, right? There's nobody rubbing your back. There's nobody listening to you. There's just you and your cats. And there's a lot of people that do that. And then that's the only person that they can impress. The only being that they can be around is an animal, and then they're stuck with just them. And I'm like sitting here going like, that's the castles we're all building. Very lonely castles, very babyless castles, and very empty castles because you have no one to reflect on. Is you in your head, you can sit there and only observe so much, but when you're in a relationship, you got a whole nother person observing you 24/7. Go ahead, hit the like button. 24/7 to finally catch you on your OCDs. Because you're not catching yourself on your OCDs. A coach that's sitting there timing you, you don't realize how fast your last lap was. And then now you're observing you like a fucking science fair project, like something that needs to be studied, like an athlete, and you're just like, oh shit, my barometer's way off. I don't know why this person's walking straight up to us right now, but there's a whole world out here. Yeah, like I'm on my live. This person's on my live. I'm already on my phone, bro. Thank you. Yeah. The people think they can be on your live, bro. Like I'm literally in the middle of a park, completely alone, me and my girlfriend just chilling, trying to smoke it. This dude just pulled up speaking Spanish while I'm on my show. I don't know. Did you want to be on my show or something, brother? I don't get it. Why do I always gotta get fights on my morning lives, bro? Like, did you? I need a moment, bro. I'm on the phone. No, that's respect, bro. Like, I was already on the phone. This guy comes up and he's like 2 feet away from me. Do we want to hug? I play by prison rules. It's crazy, bro. Some people's kids. But this is it. I want him out of the rain, but if he was off his phone, he came up while I was on my phone being on his phone. Is that rude or is it me? I don't want to absorb him. Some people I don't even look at, bro. I don't want to absorb them. I don't want to hear about them. How many times, Michelle, have I pulled? Look, he just went off into the jungle, too.
So strange.
It's so weird. So, Michelle, how many times have I pulled you in that alleyway at Coons in the grocery store to pull you away from weird energy?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot, because I can see it coming. People that try to get you engaged, right, want to engage with you. I don't know, where he just came out of the forest, came out here, stand next to me, and then went right back into the forest.
Speak Spanish on a speakerphone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. And he acted like we weren't even here.
He was really confusing.
He's still weird. People are weird. But that's why I'm saying, bro, I'm not going to absorb that dude's energy. And now some stranger I don't even fucking know is going to change my barometer. Why am I giving power to people I don't even care about? Thank you, Will Smith. You're absolutely right. I don't give a fuck about this dude, and he doesn't give a fuck about me. He's not paying my bills. I don't know him. And yet I could easily get fired up. And Michelle's like, don't. And I'm like, I'm not moving. I was here first. You know what I mean? I'm walking in the street. I'm walking here. You know, I'm talking here. I'm on my live. And you're going to just come over here and fuck with my life? I think not, bro. I'm not the one, bro. I'm just not the one. And every time it comes down to it, you got to ask yourself, am I the one that lets some stranger fuck with my day? 9 out of 10 motherfuckers could come up to you and saying your hair look good, and then somebody call you fat, and there goes the whole day. We're so easily tipped over and poured out. And I was sick of being a teacup. I was sick of being tipped over and poured out. Oh, by the way, this message was brought to you by Roken Babes. Press it 5 times and you can inhale today. Mention Saints Addiction for 15% off. That's a nice rip. But he said it changed his life. But Stipe Miocic is so right. Hear me now, feel me now. It will change your life to not let things bother you. You can gray rock something. I'm glad you stuck around to the end. Gray rocking is something I learned within this last year. I don't have to read the email of you teeing off on me. I don't have to listen to the voicemail of you being rude to me. I can hand it to a trusted friend and be like, what do you think? And it's kind of saved me from some arguments. I remember one of my reliable models like, I don't like the way you talk to me. And I'm like, I don't like how you're being flaky, but I don't talk to you with no disrespect. I don't curse at you and I don't yell or raise my voice. I'm just keeping it real with you. And girls don't like real because I run reliable models. Trust me, I got 66 of them. None of them like the real. Actually, women don't like accountability because it feels slimy. It gets inside you and you're like, ooh, I don't want to wear it that way. I said, good, then don't take it that way. Stop taking it personally and start taking it objectively and look at the object from different perspectives like a chessboard. What are the moves you're making? And you're responsible for the outcome. And now we're having this conversation without a random stranger making this show fun. So, besides for bum fights in the fucking park, right? And your boy Marquis Satan have to loosen up and get a little spurk of Michelle's like, uh-oh. You should have seen her face.
That was the weirdest thing. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and you want me to move?
I didn't even hear it.
You were like, Mark, don't do anything about it. She's always trying to get me to not control my energy. I'm like, no, man, I have my own energy, bro. This guy's out of nowhere. He has to check himself, not before he wrecks himself. How about that?
Weird.
He's a little man, too. You think I'm worried about him?
So weird.
Michelle, you've never been to jail. You've never had to fight for your cornbread. You've never had to keep your own space. You've never been in China where motherfuckers have no space. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, I call them bubble busters, right? I call them bubble busters. Oh, no. Space invaders. Space invaders, bro. Space invaders, bro, of the third kind. Not the alien ones, but the ones in real life. And they'll come out of nowhere and they'll fuck with you. And then your whole chi is about them. This is a perfect example. I'm glad he did show up because I don't give a shit about this guy. He wasn't nothing in my life, and he would be nothing after my life. Even if we got into a car accident together, I wouldn't even fucking know this dude's name. That's my point. How much of my energy can I shift to this situation, or can I put into this situation? And that's called focus. I work with it on her, I work with it in me, and you should work with it on you, because awareness is key. Raise your awareness. Like my sister tells her kids, raise your awareness, because you slipping, bro. You slipping talking on your phone while somebody else is talking on the phone in the middle of a park and coming straight up. In the middle of a park.
Where no one else is here.
Where no one else is. And your ass just showed up acting brand new. Okay? We're going to just go ahead and not talk about you anymore. And that's how it is, bro. It's like, what do I do with my energy? Well, shit, man. Most of the energy will probably get me busy with my hands, or I should be getting more creative. They used to say that as a kid. You know that? Did you ever hear that before? Idle hands is the devil's playground, right? You got an idle mind. And you didn't want to hear about paying attention because attention paid me, bro. That's exactly what I paid attention to. I paid attention to everybody else wearing dark-ass hoodies. This one's wearing a black hoodie right now. I wanted to have the brightest hoodie on the planet. Now I'm getting noticed. Dude, people tell me on the daily, nice hoodie, Michelle. Right, like, that I'm rocking my own design. I'm like, great, Saints Addiction. This thing's working. It's marketing. It's me entering the room with how I believe and what I'm wearing. It says who I am before I even get in the room. I'm talking about not absorbing anybody else's energy. It's not for me to do. It's not for me to fix your life's problems and all the things that you made mistakes and you don't want to own up to. That's your full-time job to do, and that's what we be doing our full-time work and just be like, okay, it's my time to heal me. It's my time to get up in the morning. It's my time to exercise the demons. It's my time to focus on, what was that goal again? Saints Addiction, baby. And that's what I do, baby. That's it. So peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Phoenix. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Joy We Club. Saints Addictions on Instagram, Twitter's, X, what's it called? YouTube, you name it, Facebook. Killing the game. 409 people watched live yesterday. 511 watched the day before that. And then I don't know, 194. I can't remember the numbers because I smoke weed, but the message, bro, the energy, you don't have to believe me, but I would love for people to start learning to just observe and not absorb it, bro. Like, you don't have to jump into that fight. You don't have to react, and you don't have to go down to that level. That's what's so cool about it. I mean, you just don't have to get on fire because your neighbor's on fire. You know what I mean? I like being cool, calm, and collected. I don't want to be on somebody else's emotional roller coaster or some shit like that, you know? So, that's my show. It's going to be raining for a hot minute. Do you want to go back in the rain?
I want to go home because I gotta work.
Oh shit, we got to muscle through, dude. So, I'm going to roll up these sleeves. You know what I mean? I got to roll up the thing. Here, smoke the rest of this with me. Oh, it's over. Let me hit the pen real quick. You. Don't give up. Just try it. It's the coolest thing, but I mean, I was watching it, but Steve Miocic is right. It's just another day. You could have the fight of your life, you know, big mega fights, and everybody knows your name, and everything's going on, and guess what, bro? It's another day to somebody else. Somebody else is watching another fight, and they got their own life, and they got their own worries, and they got so much focus on them, you're not even getting noticed. So half of us are getting embarrassed by people that aren't even watching. And you're just like, what the fuck? And I've been doing this show for a long time. Like, one person's watching right now, 100 people could be watching right now. I don't give a shit, bro. I'm trying to send a message to people and say, hey, man, this was like life hack 1000 right here. It was like, don't observe it. You don't have to absorb it. Somebody else could be in a funky ass mood. That's up to them, bro. But it doesn't have to be up to you. Lao Tao Kun, up to you. In Thai, Lao, like the country, Tao, like the belief, and Kun, but K-U-N, Lao Tao Kun. And that means up to you in Thai. And you need to be up to you, man, if you want to fucking sit there and trip with people. And I used to do it too, bro. I used to find friends. I got rid of all those friends that wanted to sit there for an hour or an hour and a half and bitch. You got any of those that'll get on the phone with you and then talk, and then an hour and a half is gone, and then they disappear and you don't talk to them again? Really? Well, they exist. So do I. Saints Addiction. I'm out this pitch. Peace.